Uh, ah, ah. Okay. Well, after months and months of predicting what was sure to be an easy victory, Hillary Clinton has lost the election. So, yeah, here we are.
Hey man, it's me. Don't know if you voted, but turns out it doesn't matter because the racist rural vote came out in not just spades, but in ways that they should be spade. No, it turns out that the the insufferable vote came out, and I I I've got to go. They're coming. They're coming, man. They're coming. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Welcome back. Oh my gosh. Here you are, as have had to have been, welcomed back. It depends on the tense in which you view the podcast. It's not important. The important part is we're in a new America. We are in a new America. We just are. We went through 8 years of racial tolerance and understanding. And, sure, we never got to the point where, commercials for home security systems showed a black guy breaking in. No, they were always white guys. No, but we made some strides. And now we're gonna build a fucking wall. We're gonna build it. And you know what? Mexico is gonna pay for it. Apparently. I mean, that's a presidential decree. I mean, it makes no fucking sense. But that's the guy you elected. Donald J. Trump, President of these United States. I'd love to leave. I would love to. Wife won't let me. She's never left the country. She's firmly planted. So, great. It's great because you won't let immigrants in, and you know goddamn well those of us who are already here can't leave. Super duper. It's you know what, it's gonna be great. And we're gonna love it. So much. So this week's podcast is brought to you in part by xenophobia. It's not just affordable, it's horrible. I mean, for fuck's sake. America, who are we? If this guy should survive his first term, because at his age and his weight, I mean, my God, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a heart attack before the inauguration. But should he survive, I'm just saying, we're better than this. And if you think we aren't, well, I guess I'd just say I humbly disagree.
Political analysis.
yes, what I am supposed to do is eat crow. I never put money on it. I only asserted that I was only as certain as the probabilities which were placed in front of me. At any rate, me being wrong is the smallest of our problems. The real problem is us 300 millions of us have Donald J. Trump as the fucking president. Holy fuckballs. So I assume that means I'll be offline in a few months. And not just because I've written countless inflammatory stories against him, but more to the point, because I'm going to create a whole new enterprise specifically designed to needle him to get under his thin orange skin and drive him insane. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Sore losers are one thing, but in the weeks running up to the election, I had about 600 people add my various Trump predictions to their favorites, and they have been coming in and spamming the bejesus out of me over the last 3 days to tell me that I'm a cack, that I'm a cunt, that I'm a faggot, whatever. Great. So you guys are sore winners. Great. That is exactly what I wanted to preclude with this election. I didn't want you guys... I mean, win if you must, but be gracious about it, you insufferable sons of bitches. So, great. I guess my new dedication in life is to needle the shit out of Donald J. Trump so that he sues me. I guess. I mean, I don't know. Is that what we're doing now? Apparently it is. So here we are.
Billion-dollar business. Ooh. Billion-dollar business. Free for you. Oh.
Oh my gosh, I've got $1 billion business for you. A billion billion-dollar business for you. It is, check it out, just do journalism. Yeah, that's it. It's so easy. You just write normal stories. Sometimes they mention President Trump. Sorry, I gagged a little bit. I'll get that under control, but for now, that's how it just works when I say President Donald J. Trump. Oh God. I'm okay. So what you do is you just do your normal journalism. You write whatever stories come about. You investigate whatever things that seem fit, and when it happens to pertain to future Uber Lord and Dictator Supreme Donald J. Trump, then just report them as you normally would, as you would if it was anyone else in the history of American politics and, normal civility. And then here's what you do. And here's where it gets brilliant. Here's where you make your $1 billion. You write something that he doesn't exactly like. I mean, it doesn't have to be bad. It just has to be something he kind of frowns upon. And you just, you publish it. You publish it. It has, you've got your sources cited. You've got your, everybody's in line. And then he will sue you for libel. Well, I mean, he'll say he'll sue you for slander because he's so fucking stupid that he doesn't know that slander is spoken and libel is written, but that's not important. That's not important. I assure you, the future president of the United States is not constrained by the boundaries of literacy. That is one thing Donald J. Trump is not. I mean, the guy's fucking retarded. But that's fine. That's fine. Hey, democracy, man. We all had a vote. We all voted. We voted to put the most retarded idiot in the history of America in charge of everything. Just kind of everything. I mean, build a wall and fuck China and suck Russia's dick, and it's great. It's great. It's great. You know what? It's gonna be great. And the truth is, in my world, none of this matters. I have absolutely zero doubt that the horrific policy implications implemented by Donald J. Trump will impact me personally. No, they won't. No, I'm sure I will be just fine. In fact, under Trump, I might be a little better than fine if he gets his way. And by getting his way, I don't mean, finger blasting my wife, although, if he met her, he'd try. No, what I mean is, if you post something negative about Donald J. Trump, let him sue you and then just reap in the profits, because, he doesn't have the power over the lower courts. And assuming he's actually going to go into a blind trust, he'll have, no recourse. I mean, none of that's going to work because the whole thing is a fucking sham, and we're living in a fucking banana republic. But it's great. It's great. I'm fine with it. Okay, it's day 3 and I'm in my bunker. And I've got my dogs with me. Mila, sweet. Okay, she just knocked over the heater. She doesn't understand. She didn't get to vote. And I understand her frustration. She's disenfranchised. Dogs should get to vote. Do you get to vote, Mila? Do you get to vote? Do you get to vote? Speak, you dumb dog. She doesn't speak. She only speaks when she thinks there's food around, and there is no food around. No, we are living 3 days into pre-Trump's America, and there's no food. There's no food, but she's now pulling on my... Come on. Yeah, she's pulling on... Mila, are you gonna speak? She's hungry, as I am. We're both fat. We're both morbidly obese, but she is a dog. And unlike her, I wish I wish I could weigh 25 pounds, but I also am willing to give that up to walk on 2 legs. So I guess there's that. She's now thinking this is the best day of her life because I'm scratching her back. That's not the point. The point is everything has gone to hell. It's gone to hell, and it will always be there. There will never be another America like we saw before today. You know what? Things are actually pretty bad. Donald Trump has the opportunity to appoint Supreme Court justices who will skew uncommonly to the right, one presumes. And more to the point, he has a Congress and Senate and White House, all of which are in the same party. So there is an awful lot of room for partisanship. The plus side, the upside, is that, yes, Mila, yes, scratch your butt. The plus side is that perhaps we'll get some redistricting advantage in 2020. I mean, it's a small consolation, but thing is, this election, as critical as I would like to say it is for America, and I do believe that, it's not critical for me. It has never been critical for me. My life, personally, my life will go on as it has, as it do, as it's done. Donald J. Trump has very little ability to detrimentally affect my life personally. At least not in the short term. So, I guess my biggest complaint, isn't about, the fact that we're going in a different direction. It's about the sore winners. Already on my various YouTube videos where I've posted segments about Donald J. Trump losing, I've been getting spammed like a motherfucker with horrible, insulting, even like comments that are beyond the pale, like disgusting, threatening, evil comments. Being a sore loser is one thing, but being a sore winner, guys, Jesus fucking Christ, get your shit together. I mean, just take the W. Just take the W. Take the W and move on. Move the fuck on. Had Hillary won, we would have welcomed you into the fold. We would have embraced you. We would have welcomed you. Yes, Mila. Yes, kisses. Yes, kisses. We would have welcomed you. So, I guess what I'm saying to the Trump trolls who somehow now feel vindicated is stop being insufferable. If you can, time permitting, when you get an opportunity, just don't be such huge assholes all the time. I know it's been fun. It's been so much fun over the last year in the run-up to the election, but the election's over. It's time to get on with making America great again, and you don't do that by being insufferable douchebags. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What am I saying? All right, let's move on. So I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and this time I honestly believe that I mean it. No more politics. No more politics. At least for 2 or 4 years, no more politics. We need to get back to the real stuff, the real business at hand. Being funny, having fun, enjoying our lives. I'm sure nobody's listening this late in the podcast because it's just too much. If you are a Trump supporter, there's no way you got through this far. If you're a Hillary supporter, there's no way you got through this far. I'm talking to myself. Am I self-flagellating or self-medicating? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's time for unity. It's time to move forward. There's 2 possible paths forward. One is Mr. Trump decides to move forward with all of his plans, some of which are impossible with Congress. Some are not, but let's say he does move forward with his plans. If he does, as proposed, he would be a one-term president. It's difficult to see a path for him to send death squads around extracting people in the middle of the night, deporting 65,000 people an hour for, it's not possible. But if he were to do that, it would be political suicide, and things would swing back more quickly to a progressive agenda. The other possibility is we're wrong. We've been wrong about him the whole time. The fabled pivot has finally come. Now, if that's the case, I'm happy. If it turns out he actually is a great leader, I'm happy. If he brings jobs back, if we see record growth, if the air is still breathable, if, harmony and peace is established, if ISIS is defeated, he'll have my vote in 2020. I might like him to pick a different running mate. Pretty uncomfortable with Mike Pence, but hey, you got a big penis, you got to show it. So that's the path forward. And really what we need to do is stop everybody for real, stop being assholes. And that includes me. That's my new pledge, I promise. Protesters, knock it off. If you want to protest, what you need to do is find candidates and field them. Get out. Get active. But burning shit down, firebombing, setting cop cars on fire, bashing in the windows of Trump Tower, don't do it. Don't do it. First of all, you're not helping, and you're not even hurting him. All that's insured. And, just get over it. It's time to get over it. The past is behind us. I'm not happy with how things turned out. Perhaps you've noticed. But I'm ready to move forward. And the thing I said earlier about creating a business just to needle him, I'm not serious. I'm not going to do that. No, what I'm going to do is, business. I'm going to do business. Because I'm a businessman. I make business at the business factory. That's what I do. That's what I do. So, that's my plan. What's your plan? Love to hear it in the comments. You guys never comment. That's fine. And you're not listening, so it doesn't matter. So let's, as a nation, let's heal. Let's move forward. Let's get on with our lives. And if you don't like the way things are going, great. Make a note of it, remember it, and in the next election, let's try to be more civil. Let's not feed the trolls. Let's actually take some steps to root out the outside actors trying to influence our election, who, in my opinion, clearly had an impact. And let's get on with life. Let's do it. We can do it, guys. I know we can. Let's make it happen. So, yeah, there you go. Let's let's move on to the end of this, because I'm exhausted. And I know you guys are too. So here we go. Yep, that sound means the end of the podcast. This has been the 11/14/2016 podcast numero 69, the sexiest of all podcasts, depending on whether or not you like a snout full of anus and you think that's... Anyway, if you're the right height, there's a lot of mechanics that go into it. I don't want to ruin the surprise. You'll find out. And you'll either love it or you'll say, I've done that. Let's move past it. So it's the end of the podcast. What do we got to talk about? Segment bumpers by Greg the Hero, backing music by Greg the Hero, intros and outros by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. Just got to let you guys know, I've got 2 more songs already recorded for the Christmas album, and they are amazing. They are so good. The Christmas thing, that's going to be kind of my whole focus from here out. You won't hear much about it, not yet. It's not time. And I've got to get into a studio to record my vocals better. It'll be fine. It's going to be, oh man, I am so excited. So let's focus on that. I'm going to try and work on some more of my funny videos, but kind of need a particular mojo for that. So yeah, let's move on. And now I've got a closing thought, right? I always have a closing thought. But first, a shout out to my social media. You can check me on Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff. iTunes, Libsyn. All the links are at glossynews.com/podcast. It is be great. So there we go. Let's get to the closing thought. The closing thought is, whether you won or lost this week, it's time for unity. Let's put to rest the bitterness. And now, let's close with a week of silence.